Hello and welcome to another Bodgit and Leggit video. Behind me I have a 2006 Nissan Navara. Now, this is not going to be a repair video. This is kind of, I don't know how to really say it. Nissan in Australia is recalled thousands of these because these split. Now, I'm going to show you, well, we're going to see on this one. I don't know. This one has been recalled, but Nissan are doing it on the quiet. Now, I don't know if it's because of what happened with the Volkswagen thing, and Nissan also are buying these back. That's how serious it is. They're actually paying for them back. This one's been recalled, and the customer has been told if it's bad, that's it. They're not giving it back to him. End of. They'll keep it there. They'll pay him what they say it's worth. Whether that's fair or not, I honestly don't know. And apparently, they're also offering a complete new chassis. But that takes like 8-9 weeks or something to do, because it's the chassis right here that snaps. Now I'll show you a few pictures. I know, right? Them pictures. Now, it all does depend on how it's been treated in its life, whereabouts it is, if it's near the coast, if it's especially in the UK with a lot of salt on the road. Obviously this is all going to affect it. This one I think was more of a Chelsea tractor, the first guy that owned it. Now this does get farm use now, but originally it didn't, so this one might be okay. I don't know, I haven't checked it yet, so we're going to check it together. But if you've got one of these between 2005 2010, there's a Nissan Navara. This is the problem. They're blaming it on the chassis made in Spain. So they're saying it was a chassis problem. From what I can gather, they've known about this for a while. Like I said, they've gone public, I think, in Australia. They haven't so much gone public in the rest of the world yet. But they are on the sly kind of telling people, bring it in, we're going to check it out. And like I said, it's that serious. They're actually buying these back, so they're not taking this lightly. And obviously the last thing you want to do is put a trailer on this and this to go, obviously you don't want that. So what we're going to do is we're going to lift it up and we're going to see where they normally crack to see what this one's like. So, well, let's see. Now, I don't think this is so much of a fair test, but I'm going to just wedge this, and it's only glue. I'm going to wedge this in here. This shouldn't fall. I purposely not put the legs of the lift on the chassis, so if there is any movement, we should see it. If I was to put the legs of the lift on the chassis, well, obviously it would lift it up and there'd be no movement. Now, there might normally be movement in this. I'm not saying, just because this falls, I'm not saying that this is a problem. There might be some sort of movement. I don't know, but I'm just going to do this just for the hell of it, just for the laugh. So I'm going to lift it up and let's see what happens with that for a start. Oh, it's not looking good. Now, that opened up. I don't know. I really don't know. We're going to lift it up and see. You can see it moving. My 3 fingers won't fit in. Stop moving now. It opened up a good bit. I don't know. That could just be the body on the mounts. It might be absolutely nothing, so I'm not saying that this is a problem. It could just be the normal movement on the extra body, because these just bolt on and off. It's the chassis we need to look at. Now hopefully you can see that. From what I can see from the pictures, it looks to be one or two things happening. There seems to be a lot of rust here, and it literally collapses. So this whole back of the chassis here just rots away. Or you get a split here. Now, like I said, it really does depend on what sort of life it's had. Now, whoa, I can actually see a crack here. Now, hopefully, we can see this on the camera. Now, you can see I can actually get my screwdriver in there. That has gone very weak. Now, yeah, so the body did move, so I'm guessing this one is also gone. Now, I don't know if they're going to repair this or they're just going to say to the customer, do you know what? No, you're not having it back. We're going to buy it off you. Because that's what he did say to me, that they are saying that if they don't like it, they won't give you the car back. So they'll just say, okay, look, we're going to scrap it. Here's your money, basically, bugger off. They were very nice, though, in saying, we'll give you £10,000 or 10,000 euros off a new one, but the like bog standard one's like 30 odd grand, which, you know, it's no good, really. Anyway, so that's that. I'm going to check the other side. If there's nothing on the other side, we're going to lift it up a bit more, and then we're going to see if there's anything else. Now, to be fair, the other side looks okay, but let's get it up a bit more and see what the story is. Now, I'm going to show you as best I can. Might not show kind of very well on camera, but as you can see, that cross member there is quite rusty. There's a lot of muck and stuff. So there's rust here, but there doesn't appear to be any kind of cracks, but there is kind of a lot of surface rust. Underneath that could be cracks, but there's definitely a lot of surface rust on both sides. Again, kind of struggle to see, but this is where you need to be looking on the inside and the outside. I have noticed another crack. We can see on the opposite side, so where my finger is pointing, just see there's another crack there. So there's crack both sides of that mount, and that mount holds the back of the body on. So this would suggest that there is definitely movement there. There's definitely two cracks, which isn't good. Now, like I said, Nissan are being quite quiet about this, especially over this neck of the woods. An awful lot of people complained in Australia, which obviously they have to use these an awful lot. So I don't know, but if you've got one of these between 2005, 2010, get it checked out. As far as I know, you've got a couple of options. They either buy it back. Well, this is what they're doing here in Ireland. I don't know about anywhere else. This is what he was told by Nissan, so this is not me guessing. This is what he was told himself, and I've done a bit more research on it. He has basically been told that they're going to check it out. If they find it to be bad, now I don't know if that's bad enough. If they find it to be bad, he doesn't get the Jeep back. End of story. They say, here's the money. This is what the market value of it is. Good luck. Or they then supposedly can offer you a complete new chassis. But that takes a long, long time, and that is a big job. Now, obviously, you don't have to pay for it, but it's a big job moving a lot of pipes, moving a lot of important things. I personally wouldn't want it done on my Jeep. I would sooner get the money, but then would they give you enough money for it? I don't know. I really don't know. But it's worth a check on one of these. Just have a look, especially if you're near the seaside or anything like that. You could have more of a problem. If you're just using it as like a Chelsea tractor, might never have a problem. But I really don't know. It's just something to definitely check out on. And yeah, I thought I'd just make a quick video on it. And yeah, because there's a 12-year warranty on the chassis of these. This is why they have to actually repair it or buy it back, because they've put a 12-year warranty on it. Somewhere Nissan is getting an absolute bollocking. I can assure you of that, because this is going to cost them millions. It's not going to cost what Volkswagen cost, because they're not trying to hide it as such. And well, they're not so much not trying to hide it. Volkswagen actually did it on purpose. These haven't done this on purpose. I don't know if it was cheap metal or too thin of a metal. Or I'm not sure, but there's something that they're not really saying too much. But there is definitely a fuck up somewhere on the chassis of these that was supposedly made in Spain between 2005 2010. So yeah, I would advise you to get it checked out. If you think of anything, ring your Nissan dealer, see what they say. Depending on where you are in the world, there might be different rules. I don't know. Like I said, I know for sure they've actually recalled them in Australia. In Ireland, they're not so much advertising they're recalling them. They have contacted people that own these, so they haven't like announced it, and they have offered to buy them back or to put a new chassis on them. So they're not taking it lightly. So be that and do as what you want. But yes, that's it. So look, hope it helps. Thumbs up and subscribe. Don't forget, check out our forum, check out our shop. And most importantly, don't forget, get your hands dirty. We'll see you for the next one.